Here is the NZG Liebherr Lr 1600-2 crawler crane. It's 1/50th scale, and it was just released this year, 2013. Starting with the tracks, they are all metal. The crane rolls pretty smooth. But I wouldn't suggest rolling them too much, as the connections are just a hook and pin. This link came broken in the box when I got it. They give you 6 spares. But they are pretty nice casting. It has some pretty nice details in the casting. Got little lifting shackles right here. There's another one on the other side. Right here, you got connection points for jacks that the real one has that go out to the side. You also have rollers underneath, which actually do roll, but they're plastic. And right here is a little latch that flips up, and it just goes in between the track links. And this is so you can lift your track frame. And there's actually a little hole in there where you can stick a chain through it, which is pretty nice. There's another one on the other side. Getting to the cab, it's pretty nice. It turns. That would be for transport. It also tilts and will stay in any position. They have 2 nut and bolt connections on the back, and if your cab is loose, you can just tighten them and it'll stay in any position, which is pretty nice. All metal walkways and handrails. Got a mirror. It's just painted silver on the other side. Also, these handrails are metal and removable. That is so you can lift up the platform for transport. As you can see, anti-slip texture on the walkways. There's a wiper up top, metal grab rails. Your door latch, black window trim. It's been painted. The cab is pretty detailed inside, which I'll show you in a second. I'll show you the front of the cab. Here's the front. You got a wiper, your metal grab rails, and you can see the interior. You can see your seat, which the back of it's painted. You got your arm controls or your hand controls. As you can see. You also got a little console on the side, on the right hand side, and it has cup holders, another joystick. It's kind of hard to see. You can also see you have foot pedals on the floor. And your front control panel, it's kind of hard to see it, but there's actually some indentions in the dashboard control panel. It has a monitor and a couple of other things. It's not going to focus. But anyway, getting to the undercarriage, you have nice mesh platforms, and these just hook on. There's just two little pins on them, and you just slide them over and they come undone. And they also have lifting lugs on them. It's pretty nice. Your undercarriage weights, 3 on each side, and all the weights are individual. There's 56 of them, 56 weights total. One thing that they have done is they've added a little cutout for the counterweight lifting frame. I'm not sure what the correct term for it is, but on the real ones they have a pole that sticks down in the middle, and then when you turn it, it locks it into position and you can lift them up. Unfortunately, that was not supplied with the model, which I'm not sure why they added the cutouts if they didn't add the lifting device. But it's still cool anyway. You can see back here are your undercarriage jacks. They swing out and then tilt up, and it has a metal cylinder in it. Just screws down. You also have your metal walk or steps, and these just slide in underneath the walkways. You can have them there or over. Doesn't really matter. Up here you have rubber flexible hydraulic lines. And they just clip into there. Not sure what this is, but thinking that it's an auxiliary winch to help reeve the whole crane. You have 3 swing motors. You have a Phillips head screw that connects the boom to the body, and they also supply a nut that goes on the other side, but I just don't use them. It's also used for the A-frame or gantry right here. Just a Phillips screw is for the mast. It's actually tough to get to because it's actually back behind the body. You can see it right here. You have to have the mast up to put the screw in. You can also see these 2 holes. That is for your winch key. They supply like 3 or 4 of them. And you just slide them in. And to turn the drums, you have to push it in and turn. Otherwise, they're locked in position. which is really nice. These are just panel latches that are painted. Metal handrail. It's all one piece. Also, your back stays or kickstands, they actually have plastic rollers on them that do spin. And as you can tell, the crane does turn a 360. Back of the crane, here's your counterweights and your tray. It just hooks on. It's pretty nice. It's got a ladder, metal walkway on top. It does fall off, but it just pins back in. And it just hooks on like that. Right here is your exhaust. It runs underneath the crane. Your A-frame or gantry that you have to string when you get it. Here's on top of the body your anti-slip texture, your A-frame drum. This one is your this is a main hoist drum. Both of these are down here. This drum is for your derrick. And to work the key, push it in and turns. And sometimes the drums will work good, but like for the Luffer, there's just too much friction in the line and it won't go through the sheaves smoothly, so you have to pull down on the jib while you're letting the string out, which is annoying. But this is your assembling jack. It's just used to attach your crawler tracks. It does extend. And I'm glad that they added something across the A-frame for it to rest on instead of just hanging down like the LR1300. There's not really any hydraulic lines inside the body. This side's pretty much just the same, except it don't have the holes for the winch keys, but instead you have 3 metal walkways. You just line them up with those holes. You just push fit into it. There's also another walkway right here that you have to attach. Just 2 pins. Other than that, this side's pretty much the same. Here's that assembling jack. The boom is really nice. All die cast. You have metal handrails along the sides. You just push fit into the holes. Some of them are a little loose and will fall out, but if you stick a little putty or something in it, it'll work fine. This drum right here is for your whip line, and you can push it up to work or push it down for transport. You can put pins in it right there. I just haven't. This one is for your luffing jib. You have to run your main hoist lines and your derrick line up the back, and they go through pulleys right here. Your hoist lines do. Then they come back down inside the boom to these pulleys and then go back up to the top of the crane. One pretty cool thing that they've done, these are actually jacks and they do work, but they have screws inside the plastic jackets which you can adjust the cylinder at any height, which keeps tension on the pennant lines. It's pretty cool. All your pendants are metal, just held together with tiny nuts and bolts. There's two different sizes. The ones for these connections are longer than the ones for the boom, and you can tell the difference. And these pendants are just like the YCC pendants, except these feel a little stronger. Right here's your pulleys. All the pulleys on the crane are metal and free rolling. You have a pulley right here that is adjustable. Not exactly sure why, maybe for transport. Here's your derrick bridle. And what's cool about it is it's adjustable. It doesn't stand straight up like the LR 1300 one. Your bridle, and it has the little bars that come out past the sheaves, so they slide into these grooves for transport. Crane comes with two 40-foot sections of main boom and a 20-foot section right here. Those are your 40-foot sections. Your boom head. And the jib comes with two 40-foot sections and two 20-foot sections. I'm just going to take you off the tripod because it's hard to videotape on a tripod up this high. Here's your luffing masks. Really nice. Your cylinders or kickstands to keep your luffing mast up. This is for your luffing drum. Goes through here, under it, under here, then straight up to your luffing masts. They do come with the little retaining rods that go across, keep the lines from jumping. I took them out because it just makes it harder for the sheaves to spin and to lower the jib. Spring-loaded metal cylinder. Keeps this one up, or keeps it tensioned. For the main boom, they give you one in the bag, and this one is supposed to go on the jib tip. I took it off for now, but just attaches like that. And there's 4 pins, friction pins, that you just push in. Here's the other section of the main block. All metal pulleys. take it apart, there's just 2 nuts and bolts, one on each side. I'll show you in a second. You also get 4 metal outrigger pads for the undercarriage jacks. Use your tools. You get like 2 or 3 sets of wrenches, 2 of these, like 3 or 4 winch keys. There's all the rest of the parts. There's a lot of them. There are metal walkways on the jib on the side. You just push in. And they're pretty tight. You don't have to worry about them falling out. You also get a runner tip for your whip line, which is really nice. Except it's only got 1 sheave in it. Would have been better if they had 2. I can get it to focus. It's not going to. Here's your main block. I've split down. The hook swivels. And you also get the 1 sheave whip line or runner block. And the hook swivels on it too. Has a Liebherr logo casted into it, which is pretty nice. It's at the top. Sorry for the quality, my camera's acting weird. Lastly, the Counterweight Wagon, which has all your weights on it. It rolls really good. It tilts back and forth a little bit. Not sure what these are. Guessing they're for brakes. The other side doesn't have it. One cool feature is this ladder folds up and down for transport. And the 2 ladders up here also can fold up, but this one hits the handrail. This one works just fine. All your weights are individual. And you also get this plate for them to sit on. You just there's just little tabs on this underneath to keep it from sliding around. Mesh walkways. These are for your pendants to attach to. The wheels turn. The jacks, however, are plastic. This part and your pads, but it does slide up and down. There are many configurations you can use with this. You can have it that close to the body, or you can extend it out 1 or 2 actually. There's actually 3 preset holes in it. You can have it there or extend it out one more. Trying to hurry because my battery's dying. Or there. And you can also extend it out a little more. There's just a little plastic pin right here on top that you pull out, and then it slides out. To there. Which is a lot. And the adapter, it's got 2 pins underneath because it's adjustable. Not sure why, I guess for when it's extended out. Pin it there or there. Not sure why, but it pretty much covers the review. Sorry the ending was so crappy, but I'm trying to hurry up because my battery's dying and my memory's running out also. Really great model. I recommend it. It's just as good as the LR 1300, if not better. Stands around 6 feet tall. Highly detailed model. Well worth it. Hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching. I also have pics of this on my Facebook page. Link will be in the description. So go check it out if you want more detailed pictures of it.